The Sentinels finally won a match since what seems like forever against Shopify Rebellion. It wasn't the final boss form they once showed in the past, but they certainly looked pretty good in their win. Can this be the beginning of a comeback? The return of the king? Or is this just some kind of fluke to fake all the believers out there? I believe there are some signs of life here, and this video will cover why there appears to be hope for the Sentinels to make it to Champions. First, let's talk about what went wrong with the Sentinels in the first place. Actually, I need to rephrase that because nothing really went wrong for the Sentinels. It's just that the rest of the league just got better, and these improved teams began to attack the weaknesses that the Sentinels had. So, what are these weaknesses that the Sentinels have? It's really difficult to break them down into categories, as they all sort of relate to each other, but there seems to be 4 major problems that haunt the Sentinels. Number 1, awareness. If you think back to how Sentinels were beating down their opponents, you'll remember that they didn't wow you with many genius plays. Instead, they often display some sick aim and fragging skills. Their awareness and the ability to read what the opponent wants to do wasn't always top-notch. In fact, you can say that the Sentinels were relatively predictable.
I feel like what they do is very predictable.
Just that it didn't really matter. Well, once the level of competition caught up to them, it did begin to matter, as they were often unable to even get fair fights time to time. They would get stacked on, bombarded with utilities, attacked at their weak points, and so on. It was quite common to hear something along the lines of,
Long, you can see Sentinels just caught unaware by that one.
Number 2, overconfidence. I might call this the TENS problem, as this is a problem that TENS has shown more than any other member of the Sentinels. When the Sentinels began their losing streak, we frequently saw TENS pushing up too far ahead by himself only to be ambushed by his enemies. On defense, he would often hold aggressive angles only to be ambushed by his enemies. This made it extremely difficult for Sentinels to win certain rounds, as they were not only outnumbered, but also arguably without their best player. Third, understanding of the meta. I remember when Chamber was first released, I was thinking to myself that this agent would really help the Sentinels, as it was perfect for TENS to play on. This was even more so if you consider how Jet was being heavily nerfed. Yet for some reason, TENS never was put on Chamber until just a couple of days ago. Normally, I would have doubted my opinion over a professional team's analysis if it wasn't for the fact that almost every other team put their star fragger on Chamber. It wasn't just Chamber either, as Sentinels just always seemed behind the meta, using Jet on Fracture for the longest time, or using Jet and Sova on Bind for way too long. Finally, let's talk about the Sentinels' teamwork in the past and as of now. In the past, this was a weakness in that we rarely saw the Sentinels layering their utilities in optimal ways like some other teams. It's why analysts were so in love with teams like DRX that combo their skills extremely well. Now, it's a weakness today because the Sentinels not only have 2 new faces, but they also have a rookie Valorant player in Shroud. Because Valorant is a team game, the power of friendship is pivotal for teams to win games. And this has never been a strong suit for the Sentinels except for their ability to trade for each other. Now that I quickly highlighted some of the issues that haunted the Sentinels, let me give you 7 quick reasons why there's reason to believe in the Sentinels once again. Number 1, the added experience should help the Sentinels have more awareness in the game. Shroud's a legend in CSGO for a reason, and I think his experience will go a long way in helping the Sentinels stay more aware during their future matches. Not to mention that Zelsis is a fairly smart player in himself. Moreover, let's not forget that TENS is a young player still just beginning his career, and he will only learn more as he grows into his career. Number 2. Their loss streak basically killed a lot of the overconfidence that the Sentinels once had, and what remains appears to be just pure confidence. TenZ does overheat time to time still, but it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be when he was on jet duty, and you do want your star player to play aggressive because it creates a lot of chaos for the opponent, and there are advantages to it. Third, Sentinels bringing in additional help for strategic analysis. While the addition of big streamers made all the headlines, Sentinels also brought in more help to analyze the game by apparently hiring some really high-level talent. Fourth, teamwork can only improve for the Sentinels from here on out. As Shroud gets more used to Valorant, and the rest of the team begins to get more practice and matches in, their teamwork can only improve. Considering all of their accomplishments, there's no reason not to believe that they can work well with each other. Fifth, fragging ability. There isn't much for me to say on this other than that all 5 are capable fraggers.
Back with a 1-1 of their own. An advantage coming in for the guard as the recon dart comes out trying to flush out Shroud, bringing out the poison orb, and he's getting sprayed at the same time. TenZ goes for a plant.
Spike planted. Oh, he gets the frag! Oh my gosh, almost evens it up. It's the operator for TenZ. It feels like comfort. It feels like home. And there's one shot onto net. Vancilli, it looks so much better at a 2v1.
Well, now it's TenZ, or Trent, should I say, on the clutch. A 2 versus 1 does have the Aldrone to work with. Who better than Trent to try to go for this clutch right here? But the re-lurk is coming back here from TenZ on the mid.
Gosh.
Now we have to tap onto that spike, potentially have a double swing. The first peek out, the headshot onto Shroud, but he's still looking back towards the doors. We still have an opportunity here.
What's this? What is this? This is danger. Is it though? No, this is huge! Oh my god!
Playing this really well.
It's a close range battle against Valen, who's just around the corner. And as he goes for that swing, it's 2 players in that area.
I like it.
Forcing out at least
Oh, they almost lined up. Oh my god.
Nice.
That was huge by that pair.
Chamber 7 was here. Oh shit, oh yo, I'm tagged, I'm out of here. Oh my god.
He's amazing,
Stuck.
6. Mentality. Other than Zelsis, everyone on the Sentinels have experience winning big tournaments. This should help them out remain calm and strong in moments of high pressure, while other less tested teams may come up short when elimination is on the line. 7. TenZ. TenZ might be one of the most controversial players out there in Valorant, but there's no doubting that he's a beast when it comes to aiming. Some say he is overrated, some say he's the GOAT, and I believe he's somewhere in the middle. TenZ is definitely not the best player in the world right now, nor is he even close to being the greatest of all time. But when it's all said and done, I truly believe TenZ will be in the discussion for GOAT as long as he continues to work hard on his game. Will that show up in this tournament? I don't know, as even the current GOAT in esports came up short multiple times. But when you have a player of this kind of caliber, there's always a reason to believe in your team winning. And as Draymond Green said, when you have the best player on the court, there's always an advantage for your team.
He's ended up shooting a runner. He couldn't bump him off his path. And that's where Steph turned the corner and he became unstoppable. And now we're able to continue winning championships because he's unstoppable.
And there you have it. 7 reasons as to why I think the Sentinels have a good chance in ultimately winning the LCQ. This isn't to say that I think they are the favorites to make it out of LCQ, and if I had to bet my money, I'll probably pick FaZe, although I think it is an extremely difficult decision because all these teams are really, really close in terms of talent. But at the end of the day, it's going to be about who's more clutch, and I have a strange feeling that might be the Sentinels. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And until next time, see you guys later.